The freezing rain hammered the Wyoming plains like bullets, turning the dirt trails into rivers of mud. The wind screamed across the valley, wiping out every sound except the storm's rage. Rancher Ethan Cole rode hard through the darkness, his coat soaked, his hat dripping, his breath turning to mist in the icy air. He had never seen a storm hit this brutally, not in all his years living out here. But then he saw someone collapsed near the old wooden fence at the edge of his land. A woman, barely moving. Ethan jumped off his horse and ran toward her, the mud splashing around his boots. She was shaking uncontrollably, her clothes drenched, her hair twisted across her pale face. Her lips were blue, her fingers stiff. The freezing rain was killing her slowly. "Ma'am, can you hear me?" Ethan lifted her gently. She tried to speak, but only a broken whisper escaped. "Cole can't breathe." He wrapped his arms around her, pulling her close against his chest to give her as much warmth as he could. "Hold on," he murmured. "I'm not letting you die out here." The storm roared as Ethan carried her to his horse, keeping her tight in his arms. She trembled against him, her body cold as ice. But she clutched his coat weakly as if she feared slipping away into the dark. He rode fast through the storm, shielding her with his body from the relentless rain and wind. By the time he reached his cabin, she was barely conscious. Ethan rushed her inside, lit the lantern, and laid her near the fire. He wrapped her in blankets, rubbing her arms to bring warmth back into her frozen skin. "Stay with me," he said softly. "You're safe." Her breathing was shallow but steadying. When she finally opened her eyes, she looked at him like someone waking from a nightmare. "They were chasing me," she whispered. "Men. Outlaws. I ran into the storm." Ethan's jaw tightened. "You're not alone anymore," he said. She studied him, his dripping hair, his soaked clothes, his rough hands shaking slightly from the cold butt. His eyes held nothing but concern. "Why would you help me?" she asked softly. "Because no one should face a storm like this alone," he answered. She breathed out slowly, almost in relief. The fire crackled, filling the cabin with a warm glow. Ethan stayed close, his coat still wrapped around her shoulders. She leaned against him instinctively, her head resting near his heart. Outside, the rain kept falling, cold and merciless. Inside, Ethan held her close, warming her, guarding her, refusing to let the darkness take her. And as the first light of dawn crept through the window, she whispered the words that changed everything. "Ethan, please, don't let me go." He tightened his arm around her. "I won't," he said. "Not now. Not ever."